So he lied to the entire Congress, lied to the entire American people, and told you that the drug was found safe and effective against Ebola, when in fact the Independent Safety Board deemed.
So speaking of the birth certificate becoming a bank note, a bond traded on the international stock market, when it was registered into international commerce, speaking of that, it was actually doing the ABCD instructions. Sending a government signature on certain records, you can send a signature, you have to know how to do it. Speaking of doing that, as I was making those videos, I was like, hey, here's something cool that people would probably appreciate. You see that right there? That right there. In green over here is the parent's name. It says, hereby stand as belligerent claimant upon these rights and others as required. What does that mean, right? Explain. Federal District Court Judge James Albert Fee. See that? He made a ruling, and this is what it said. This ruling, the judge just instructed you on how to proceed. He said that rights are not accorded to the passive resistant. That means if you don't know your rights, if you don't stand up for your rights, you ain't got it. Rights are not available to the individual who is ignorant of his rights. You see, it's a judge telling you, nor are rights available to a person who is indifferent, or in other words, a person who simply doesn't care. And further, Judge Fee has clearly informed you that your attorney, Mrs. Fee, cannot truly represent you. Now, what does that mean? I'm going to explain it all, but let's continue. Judge Fee tells you that rights are only available to the belligerent claimant. There's that word, belligerent claimant in person. He further stated that to claim your rights in a court of this country, you must be willing to engage in sustained combat. That might be real confusing, right? I know it is. It's what you can't be the damn chain to take things that are more complicated and to simplify our fellow man. You can also, you can stand up too. Let me explain what it means. We'll start here. CJS, what's that? Corpus Juris Secundum, right? Attorney-client. This is why the attorney can never truly represent you. Nobody told you, when you sign over your power of attorney to an attorney, you give up your unalienable rights. So now, the actual attorney is subject because he gave an oath. An attorney's first duty is to the courts, the public, not the client. So that means his first duty, his oath, is first to the bar and to the courts. The courts are commerce. He can't represent a living man because he has an oath first there. So when you sign over power of attorney, you fall under now you've given up your unalienable rights and you're subject to what he's subject to. Only you can do this, and that is what a belligerent claimant did. You need to be willing to stand up for your rights, take hits, and be the change you want to see. You can't be passive. You can't remain silent. You have to be the change you want to see. That's why it says that you become the belligerent claimant claiming your rights. Be the salt, be the light, be the change. Stay national right. So speaking of the birth certificate becoming a bank note, a bond traded on the international stock market, when it was registered into international commerce, speaking of that, I was actually doing the ABCD instructions for the rescinding of informant signature on birth records. So as a parent, you can rescind your signature. It's your right. You just have to know how to do it. Speaking of doing that, as I was making those videos, I was like, hey, here's something cool that people would probably really appreciate. You see that right there? That right there. In green over here is the parent's name. It says, hereby stand as belligerent claimant upon these rights and others as required. What does that mean? Let me explain. Federal District Court Judge James Albert Fee. See that? He made a ruling, and this is what it said. This ruling, the judge just instructed you on how to proceed. He said that rights are not accorded to the passive resistant. It means if you don't know your rights, if you don't stand up for your rights, you ain't got it. Rights are not available to the individual who is ignorant of his rights. You see, it's a judge telling you rights available to a person who's indifferent, or in other words, a person who simply doesn't care. And further, Judge Fee has clearly informed you that your attorney, Mrs. Fee, cannot truly represent you. What does that mean? Explain it all, but let's continue. Judge Fee tells you that rights are only available to the belligerent claimant. There's that word. Belligerent claimant in person. He stated that to claim your rights in a court of this country, you must be willing to engage in sustained combat. That might be real confusing, right? I know it. See if they got this. Sure. that sign up, you know. Say, "How many morning?" I know. I should take that on any of those. Damn, I thought they didn't have it. Alright, this is important. Wow. Say that. What says calculating? Come on. Such as in all these different states, California the only one that has to post that the food they're serving you is bad. In other states, they ain't gotta post that. I've been there. It's a fact. See if they got the signs on you. Thank you. Have that sign up. Show you. You know, you walking around this morning. Sign up. So they got it on any of those. Damn, I thought they didn't have it. Put it up high. See this in the corner? Say that. Known to constantly work and slowly working on a social pursuit. Hey, for example, one says people is in Philippine. With potato, where being such as french fries, hash browns, baked potatoes, potato Philippine. In all these different states, California the only one that has to put 3 flashlights here. One, a green one, and a red one. And you can see when their beams all combine, okay? And if you take a piece of paper with a slit in it, and you block those beams, you can decompose that white light back into its constituents. Now this is really good. If you take something that casts a shadow, it's actually going to cast green, a cyan, a magenta, and a yellow shadow. If I allow each of those shadows to slip, see that they block. I've got 3 flashlights here, a blue one, a green one, and a red one. And as you can see, when their beams all combine, you get white light. And if you take a piece of paper with a slit in it, and you block those beams, you can decompose that white light back into its constituent parts, red, green, and blue. Now this is really take something like this shadow. It's actually going to cast green, a cyan, a magenta, and a yellow shadow. And if I allow each of those shadows, you're going to see that they block out all of their complementary. I've got 3 flashlights here, a blue one, a green one, and a red one. And as you can see, when their beams all combine, you get white light. And if you take a piece of paper with a slit in it, and you block those beams, you can decompose that white light back into its constituent parts, red, green, and blue. That is really cool. You take something that casts a shadow, it's actually going to cast green, a cyan, a magenta, and a yellow shadow.
There's no such thing as biopsy spreading cancer. They say that out loud, but they have not even one scientific study to show for them. Whereas I have 50 so that they do spread cancer. They just believe so strongly and so blindly in what they were told, and they're afraid of the truth because it means that for years and years and years, doctors have been killing people through biopsies. And they always blame it on the cancer instead of on the metastasis that was caused by the biopsy. Be very careful. Never do a prostate biopsy. Never do a breast biopsy. There are better ways. You don't need a mammogram with its own radiation. You don't need biopsy to tell you if it's cancer or not. You can be 99% sure just by doing an ultrasound with a technician who knows what she's doing. There's no such thing as biopsy spreading cancer. They say that out loud, but they have not even one scientific study to show for that. But I have 50 to show that they do spread cancer. They just believe so strongly.
Look what's happened in the last 20 years. A disgrace. personally investigated the Oklahoma City bombing case. Huge cover-up. Jack Kennedy's assassination. Huge cover-up. Bobby Kennedy's assassination. Huge cover-up. World Trade Center. Huge cover-up. Terrorism. They're using it as an excuse to take away our constitutional rights and our civil liberties. The Bilderbergs. The Illuminati. Bilderberg. New World Order. Globalists. It dovetails into the satanic movement. And this movement has infiltrated into our intelligence community. Great FDR. What happened last week? I personally investigated the Oklahoma City bombing case. Kennedy's assassination. Bobby Kennedy's assassination. World Trade Center. Terrorism. They're using it as an excuse to take away our constitutional rights and civil liberties. The Bilderbergs. It dovetails into the satanic movement. This movement has infiltrated into our intelligence community. Great FDR. What's happened in the last 24 years? A disgrace. I personally investigated the Oklahoma City bombing case. Cover-up. Jack Kennedy's assassination. Huge cover-up. Bobby Kennedy's assassination. Huge cover-up. World Trade Center. Huge cover-up. Terrorism. They're using it as an excuse to take away our constitutional rights and our civil liberties. The Bilderbergs. The Illuminati. Bilderberg. New World Order. Globalists. It dovetails into the satanic movement, and this movement has infiltrated into our intelligence community. It's great FBI and CIA.
If you need it, tap out. Exfil Hill is ready to go.
Anyone?
You know, it's been popcorn. It hadn't been any one man specifically. It's been popcorn, but you can't have popcorn. You're still swirling those nuts.
The truth about that is the fact that he has worked popcorn a couple times. What did you mean by that?
A splattering of incidences. One here, one there, one there. It's a fine line between, drinking wine and squashing grapes, as we say in this business. And sometimes it's very subtle.
Standard.
I don't know. I don't think a lot about the things that I say, to be honest with you.
Right here.
Anyone?
Using field upgrade.
You know, it's been popcorn. It hadn't been any one man specifically. It's been can't have popcorn. You're still swirling those nuts. The truth about that is the fact.
Tangy. Using field upgrade. Down for the count. We got this, guys. I know it. nice. Leave it to me. Bad idea! Bad idea!
What's up?
Come on, give me something good. And now we wait.
Ugh.